Hey there, it's Hillary, and today I'm going to be doing a book review for Lost Boy by Christina Henry. I read this book at the beginning of this month. I decided that I wanted to read this one after reading our book club's book Never Never last month, and everyone who had read Lost Boy in our book club did not enjoy Never Never as much as they did Lost Boy. Now, I really enjoyed Never Never. I gave it 4 stars. I did a book review for it. I think I'll try to link it in the description box for this video. It is a spoiler-free video, the same as this one is going to be. I also gave this one 4 stars. I really enjoyed the story. I liked the idea for it. I liked the way it was executed. I loved that she was very descriptive. However, I would say the reason that I only gave it 4 stars and not 5 stars is I don't think this is a spoiler by saying it, because I think you can tell by the cover that it is a violent book. This book has a lot of violence in it. It's just a very violent twist on the Peter Pan story. This book is a full retelling. It is told from the perspective of Captain Hook when he is a young boy, so he has not become Captain Hook yet, and it is sort of the same as Never Never. That book is the same, whereas it is told from the perspective of Captain Hook as a young boy. But if you are familiar with Christina Henry, she is a very descriptive author, and when she is describing all of the violent things that are happening in this book, she has done such a good job of creating this imagery in your mind. You can't not picture it as violent as it is. There are certain scenes in this book where I tried to picture them in more of a cartoony aspect so that I wouldn't have to think about how violent they are, but she did such a good job of describing what they were seeing and feeling and everything, like all of their senses. You can't help but picture exactly what's going on in this book. Now, normally that would be an awesome thing for you to be able to put yourself in the shoes of the main character, but in a situation like this, I didn't really want to. I will say, putting all that aside, this story was really good. I loved the characters or hated the characters, whichever. I feel like she did a good job of making me dislike the characters that you were supposed to dislike, and she did a good job of making me love the characters you're supposed to love. I loved the whole idea for the story. I loved the ending to the story. I just loved everything about this book. Now, other people have told me that have read other books by her that this book is not as violent as Alice. So if you are familiar with Christina Henry's writing and have read Alice, it is not as violent as Alice. Now, me personally, I haven't read it, and saying that it's more violent than this one, I probably won't, because I'm not a big violence person. I have read a lot of books that have violent things in them, but I sort of, in my mind, I picture them not as violent as they're probably, the author is wanting you to picture them in your mind. With all that being said, I would suggest this book to other readers. If you're a Peter Pan fan, I would say give this book a try. If you're into fantasy, I would say give it a try. If you like retellings, I would say give it a try. If you are into books that have a little bit more of a violent twist, like if you like books like that, then I would say give it a try. I think you definitely like it. I have read a few other books since reading this one, so it's not fully fresh in my mind, and I'm not exactly the type of person that I take notes when I'm reading. I get so involved in the book that I'm reading that I don't think to write down notes. A lot of times I will use my Goodreads reviews, and I'll write them right after I read the book, so they'll kind of be pretty good about describing everything that I've felt in the book. This book did come out in July, so it is a fairly new release. This, I believe, is her third book, and a lot of my friends have read all of her books and really enjoy her as an author. So for me personally, I don't think I will read anything else from her, but I really did enjoy this book. So thank you for joining me for my book review of Lost Boy by Christina Henry. If you have any questions or comments about the book, please let me know down in the comment section. I would love to hear your thoughts about the book. If you liked this video, please leave me a like, and if you'd like to see more videos from me, please consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!